Heights of greatness, and I see I a king and none can reach the level.
Yes, people. We're bringing you some vibes, we're bringing you some greatness. Heights of greatness is coming your way. It went live today by the great artist, the great sounds of Pressure Busspipe.
Prophet Marcus God, we never cease. They always speak what their eyes never seen, and when they see, they don't know what it really means. Neglecting the purpose of the Isle of Trinity, dispensing corruption against our identity. I have burned all spies and the conspiracies.
Once again, greetings, welcome to each and every one passing through. You're locked into yours truly, DJKat the Kat-a-lyst. I'm going to be joined by the one and only Pressure Busspipe. Big shout out to everybody who's been sending lots of love. Heights of greatness. Always, always.
Heights of greatness, and I see I born in Ethiopia that did balance. What a fulfillment in a song.
Hey. Yes, blessings every time, Pressure Busspipe. How are you?
Said blessed, big up DJKat the love, you know.
Yeah, man, you know what? I was rocking to that tune, you know. No joke. I was rocking, I was feeling the vibe. So how has the response been since it's been released today?
Yeah,
Heights of greatness.
Heavy. I'm grateful. The response is real heavy. A lot of love coming from all four corners, you know. Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of the tunes I have to ask you about, it kind of brings tears to my eyes. It's number 14, which is No More. Okay. Tell us about that tune, because that tune seems to hit hard every time I play it. Tell us about that one.
Well, yeah, that tune that was produced by what is it? Kus out of France. I don't want to even cover anything, but some producers have been working with them. Of course, the music.
Yeah.
You know, every time I get a rhythm, I always try, let the rhythm speak to me in a way where you know, that I could deliver a message to the people, the chords and stuff. That rhythm, they really did carry an energy to me where, you know, I felt like it needed to respond with an energy of being rebellious and you know, seeking truths and rights out of all the things that's happening in the system right now. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
more was basically like one of those tracks, one of those moments where Pressure Busspipe being rebellious and speaking up for the people, you know, and that truly gives that, you know?
Definitely, because, you know, I could feel the cry. It's like a cry to the people, and that's why I had to ask you about it straight up, straightforward. And I know as well, in this great project, Heights of Greatness, you've done 2 collabs, one with Kabaka P and one with Malika. Tell us about those collabs and why did you pick those 2 in particular?
Well, I wasn't really on this album. I wasn't really seeking many features. I was just basically most of this music was built throughout the COVID lockdown and stuff like that. So during that time, you know, I was able to work with Kabaka, as he had his little setup in his studio, his setup in his house, and I had my setup in my house. So, you know, we still had the internet service and we were able to make something happen that way. At the same time, Malika, who is an artist, he's one of my artists under the record label. She spent a lot of time, you know, we worked on music, her music, you know, just writing stuff, and you know, we came up with this song, and it was undeniable. Like it had to be well, you know. And as for Kabaka, it's like we have such a great combination working relationship, you know. Like we're always trying to put something together, you know.
Yeah, for real. But I gotta ask you, was kind of Dennis Brown an inspiration for that track? You know, because it's called No Man Is an Island. Everyone knows D Brown for that. Was he an inspiration, or was it a different field, different vibe?
Well, you know, for some reason, those songs from Dennis Brown are instilled in my soul, you know. So
yeah,
it wasn't a direct like meditation on Dennis Brown at the moment, but you know, I'm a living testimony of the music. So I grew up on all those, and
Yeah.
you know, I am a piece of them also. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a seed of that music, of those. I'm a fruit of seeds that they planted.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Definitely.
R&B, you know what I mean? So from time to time, I may tap into some elements that Dennis Brown may do, or Barris Hammond may do. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
in the music.
For real, most definitely. And you know, one of these kind of vibes that you always bring pressure is you've got this great harmony, you got this great voice, but you always come with a message and a positive message. So where does that kind of influence and inspiration come from?
Being the fact that it's not much music with inspiration, that is kind of
Yeah.
like I take up the responsibility. You know, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you're in a market with everything, and there's missing something, you know what I mean? So I feel I'm gonna really do great if I focus on this part of the market, you know what I mean? Because it's really focusing on that compared to how the world is run right now, you know. And I'm with it. I'm with all the expressions and the different music and genres and how people express themselves in music. I listen to everybody's music and enjoy it,
Yeah.
you know. But when it comes to what I'm here to do on my work, I feel like my fans over the years have been looking for a certain inspiration and elevation. So it's a duty for me, you know, to never forget that. No matter how much I may dab in little other genres and stuff like that, it's still my responsibility to defend the poor and defend the people who really in need of healing, you know what I mean, in this music.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Most definitely.
I'm a student of Van Benjamin also. So those kind of characteristics and traditions, you know what I mean, it don't fall too far from the tree.
Definitely. And you know, rest in power to Akabeka. You know, he's definitely power for real. But what was the kind of thing that he taught you that stayed with you for the rest of your life? What would you say it is?
Well, to never stop burn the fire. He's a man who say, yo, like pressure. Don't hold back your songs. Don't wait for nothing. Release your music. Give the world everything. You know,
Yeah.
cause you can't release it when you're not here to release it. Other people are gonna release it. You know what I mean? So you put out the music, work hard, don't stop burning fire. So I would be in studio with him and he'll record like 6, 7 songs completely in one evening, one night,
Yeah.
studio session. While for me, you know, I may get through 3 songs, you know,
Yeah.
if I'm really optimistic and working too hard to that. But
Yeah.
on Benjamin, you're in the studio with him and he's just so it's an instant,
Wow.
like man, like, you know, and he has like numerous albums, you know,
Yeah.
like
For
so
real.
so I could never be like I'm trying to catch up with him or compete with, you know, with the most albums and stuff like that. But for me, it's like I am gonna release a lot of music as I have always been, but
Yeah.
you know, music with quality, you know, music with quality, you know, not so much trying to crowd music that people like. You release something this week, and then a month from now is like people still enjoying that, and then you hit them with something else, and it's like, you know, certain songs don't really get a chance. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Definitely.
but I just saw it go. I saw it go in life itself. You know,
Mhm.
everybody's not gonna get a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But baby still a born. You know,
Yeah.
so,
Definitely. For real.
you
And you
know,
know, as they say, he's there. He's there in spirit, and he's still alive for real.
you know.
Definitely. And so I want to know what made you do 15 tracks on this particular album? Why not any less? Some people do 10, some people go a little bit further. What made you do these 15 tracks?
Well, I want to tell you the honest truth. You know, it was actually more. It was actually
Okay.
a big debate on because I all my life I always wanted to do a double album. You know,
Okay.
I feel
Yeah.
like I have all this music in my computer. You know, I
Mm.
have dance hall music. I have rebellious reggae music. I have lovers rock music. Like I have so much music that everybody could enjoy. Like I know I have one set of fans that would enjoy more the hardcore reggae music from Russia, and another set would enjoy the lovers rock music, you know, and stuff like that. So I really was leaning towards a double album, you know what I mean, at least because it was so much music, and it was gonna be 10 to 15 songs on each side, you know.
Wow. Okay.
That's the amount of music I have still in the computer. It was a task actually album together. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It was like weeks of debate and, you know, like many listening sessions and so many different views, and it was like, listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I pick from everybody. No, this is what I do. You know what I mean? So putting out 10 songs wouldn't do me.
Yeah.
You know, just me, the kind of music and for the consistency that I consider myself to be, is like 10 songs is not gonna do me any justice. It's like 10 songs to me, for me, even though it's basically all you need, you know, but for me as an artist, it's like an EP, you know.
Man.
Just give them a taste of what I have, because they don't doing that. People don't get to realize how hard I work and how much music I really record, you know. So that would really be like, nah, they need more. They definitely.
Definitely. We just got a question here from somebody locked in. They're asking, what age did you start doing music?
Well, music itself, I've been doing music from the age of 7, you know. I trumpet, you know, and from then, ever since I found the trumpet, I started to play steel pan, you know, learning to play the steel pan. I was also learning to play the drums, and then the being my love, and you know, I playing the drums from the age of 12 all the way up to the age of 17, you know, like really having dreams and aspirations of being a drummer, and you know, and after that it was artist life, you know what I mean? So I've been doing music, I would say 33 years, if you want.
Wow, what a journey, what a message. Most definitely. But you know, I want to know, what made you come up with the name Heights of Greatness? You know, because that in itself as a title automatically for me makes me go to it straight away. So was that something?
Heights of Greatness, we're definitely trying to find the perfect name for the album. You know, we have three different names and stuff like that, but Heights of Greatness definitely stand out, you know. And I already had the title track of the album, which even that was a question, if we could have this track on the album, then it was like, okay, you could still name the album without that song. But I was like, nah, I'm putting this on the album, and the album name Heights of Greatness. So you know what I mean? Like, you know, I always take advice and listen to everybody. I try to get ideas from my peers and my circle and people who truly care and stuff, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's getting all of that information and gathering it, you know. It's my decision to how I feel, you know what I mean? So
definitely. And one thing I loved as well was that you put a powerful writing underneath, which was the Ethiopian writing that is used, but it's not really seen on any kind of album and things like that. And I wanted to know, what made you do that? Was there a particular reason, or you felt like you should do it?
I have a special love for Ethiopia, you know. Of course, all Rasta people have a special love for Ethiopia, but you know, even for me, like growing up, I would never put tattoos on my skin and stuff like that. But the minute I decided and felt like, you know what, it's not so bad. I am into the art, I'm into the culture and stuff like that. When I started to tattoo my arm, I dedicated Ethiopia. You know, Ethiopia was the first place and the first time I've ever went to Africa in itself. I went straight to Ethiopia, and it was not even for a show. This was the first time that I haven't traveled in a far place on my own. You know what I mean? It being a show and and I'm booked for it. This was like my own personal journey, and along with friends, you know. I had his mother was living in Ethiopia, still is, and he was taking a trip, and he invited me, and I was like, yeah, I have to take this trip, and it did a lot for me, and just seeing the culture of Ethiopian people, and you know, up close and personal, you know, and it was just something special for me, you know. So Ethiopia, even before that, you know, and even learn about Haile Selassie and learn the divinity of the Ethiopian people and the way they steadfast to their culture, and they're not easily they not sell out to certain, you know what I mean. So it was just for me, and being the only country not colonized by any nation, but itself, that's big, you know, for Africa in the world, you know. So I have special love Ethiopia, and in everything I do, in my albums or whatever, I would usually add Ethiopian, even if my name is spelled in Ethiopian font, you know. However, always come out to pay homage to the Ethiopian culture, you know.
For real, definitely. And I wanted to ask you as well, has this particular album gone through your own record as well, Busspipe Records? Has it gone through that label?
Yes, this is an independent album, you know. This album is Busspipe Records, you know what I mean? And to say that Pressure Busspipe has been independent for many years, you know, I have never got signed by a record label ever in my life. So I've, you know, Love and Affection has been used by VP Records, and you know, I've done Carleon. He has been my manager, and I've worked loyally with him under the Don Carleon Records camp for many years too, as you know. Much love to Dan, you know. But yeah, Pressure Busspipe himself has always been an independent artist. So you know, it's just the talent, you know, and the gift that I just spread it to the world. And I've never really tried to reach out to anybody, record deal or anything like that neither, you know. I always felt like what is for me is for me, and I always the freedom of being able to create music, you know, do that. And I always would see like artists, they would be on a lot of shows, and they would be on the shows that I wish I could be on. And you know what I mean? They advance that they want and be able to spend money like they want to and stuff like that. And then years from that, they're trying to get out of the contract and problems with it. They can't do this. You know what I mean? They can't record. That part is the scary part for me. Like about the money, that doesn't mean anything to me. My freedom is everything to me. You know, I've hit rock bottom many times, but you know, I've hit rock bottom because of my own doings, not because of nobody else. You know what I mean? And I've rised and been up of the game many times. You know, so 7-time rise, 7-time fall, right?
Yeah, man. Definitely. And one of the tunes that I wanted to ask you about is this kind of tune here. Take a listen, people. This is number 2.
Well done. Freedom. Over time, no life is a cycle. Babylon can't stop from the cycle. Rastafari is the earth life. We keep on about to the title. When it's all said and done, all who are in the field must overcome. Tell them when it's all said and done, Babylon are get beaten and nowhere to run. Let you know when it's all said and done. Put no separate yourself out in the weed or rum. Let you know when it's all said and done. Africa say all our children are proud welcome. Who do me them actually buy out with vanity? When Jack up on the wall of high vanity. Too long the government to fight the black family. Legislation better than your policy.
Hey.
that a film me charity. Me do your work and never look for popularity. One fire burn again, none of them will not repeat. We this man burn to a level, the man bad mind, progress is.
You know what, people? People are saying really talk. People are giving fire. People are giving energy. Tell us about that tune. That's number 2 on this great album, Pressure Busspipe. Tell us about that song.
Yeah, up Kabaka Pyramid, you know, because when I get this rhythm, it wasn't even in full completion. It's like Kabaka say, yo, me I work on a rhythm. I'm say play it for me. I'm say, yo, it make me just vice now, cause me in a vicing mood, and it basically in the COVID season as well. You know, early in the COVID season, and then it was months after, and he say, yo, Pressure, I have about 5 artists, but no, you know, I have 6 artists. Yo, me I get this artist, but so and then the song released, the whole Victory Rock rhythm release. It was a boom, you know what I mean? I truly give. Don't know songs, rhythms like these make me burn real fire, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
It bring out a different kind of energy and a pressure, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? You're definitely doing that. Even the listeners, they're just loving the vibes, the energy. And of course, you know, is there a particular song that you kind of love above the rest, or do you just love all of them? It's a hard question, I know.
Man, oh man, that's a hard question. That's a hard. I want to tell you the honest truth, you know. I like I need. Yeah, I like everything I need. That's one of my favorite songs on the album. Like, I'm a lover too, you know what I mean? So I like Missing, you know, I like Seasons, you know what I mean? I also like Survivor.
Yeah.
Survivor is a big record. And Searching.
You like all of them. He likes all of them, but you know what? I heard this tune and it just made me think of life. This tune here, it just made me think of life. People, take a listen. This is number 1.
What does it gain to profit the world and lose the soul? Cause when it's your time, the riches won't go on. What is unseen, it should not be told. Not everything that we do is gold. Like the is a song, we still a journey rocky road. Once I got life to live and to breathe, I got everything I need. With everything to give, someone to receive. I got everything got to step away and free yourself. In times of need, I will be your help. Worship my team.
Yes, people, that one is number 1. Everything I Need. You know what a tune. People are loving that one as well. Definitely the vibes. You know what? When I think of that tune, it just makes you want to get up, have a good vibe, a good energy. Was that your headspace when you were creating that tune?
Yes, definitely, most definitely. You know, life is the greatest gift, you know what I mean? And when you come to realize that, you know, you want this and you want that, and you know, you're stressing out yourself because you're trying to save up to get this, and it's like when you get it, it's like you use it 1 and 2 times, and then you rest it down, and you set a different goal, and you save up your money to get this now, and it's like you're constantly chasing things that don't really matter. Because after you get it, after you get that brand new shoes, that new Jordan, and you get the new Louis, and you get, you know what I mean? You have it and you get it 2 times, and you feel like, say, yo, I wear that enough, you know, I don't want nobody feel like, say, I wear this too much. I just rest it down, but you spend rent money to get that, you know. You spend the money to get that, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
you just have to really think about survival and what really matters in life. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
is food, clothing, shelter. You know,
Yeah.
that's it really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Else and Jah come first. Praises at all times.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Just the simple things in life. You know, and me singing these things is a message to myself as well. You know, I
Mm.
don't speak these things because I'm no nobody sitting on a high horse or living in clouds or anything like that. Like I know everything. These are things that I have to remind myself as well.
Yeah.
Because me want everything. I like nice things. I love to spend money and do all these things. So these are
Mm.
my own understandings and through my journey and what I've came to realize in my own, you know what I mean? And my
Yeah. I will.
is life. So I could spread that to people and people could feel that through the music because it's
Mm.
because it could relate to it. It's something that we as human beings go through naturally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
For
simply
true.
just that.
Yeah, man. Definitely. You're getting a lot of love from the VI. Everybody putting their flags in, saying they love what you're bringing
Love.
every time. And you know, one artist who wanted to send their blessings, he goes by the name of Shine Eye. He wanted to big you up and say
Ah,
thank you.
no,
Yeah, man, he wanted to big you up.
yeah,
You know, he wanted to say love for you, definitely. So I'm
China,
sending that message on.
China is foundation. China know the levels from before. All before
Yeah,
who is pressure Busspipe.
yeah, definitely. So big up Shine Eye,
Yes.
most definitely. But you know what? I wanted to ask you about what's next for you. You know, I know you've got this great album. Is there going to be live shows? I know you're going to be going on a trip soon, literally in about 5-10 minutes. Am I right?
Yeah, actually in couple hours I have to head to the
Okay. Yeah, man. So tell the listeners, tell the people out there what's next.
well, what's next is we're planning the European, the UK, the Africa tour right now.
Yeah.
And you know, we're putting that together and that will be for 2022, you know.
Wow.
So hopefully, you know, like we did the Rebel with a Cars album, we had a big
Mm,
plan for Europe and throughout the Americas. And the week of my flight to Europe, we had to cancel
mm,
due to the COVID. So I
mm,
lots of travel and meeting the fans and stuff like that. It was like that whole movement with the album just went.
mm.
I don't think that album got its true justice for people
Yeah.
to actually go out and perform the songs and people to see, you know. So I'm really hoping for the best for this as we go forward and plan, you know what I mean? As we still have to plan,
Yeah, man. Definitely.
and
Definitely. People are bigging you up all the way from Zimbabwe. They're loving you.
Zimbabwe,
Yeah, man.
Africa, you know what I mean? Sudan,
Yeah.
Gambia, South Africa, yeah, man,
Yeah,
up
man.
Kenya.
Definitely. And Darcy told me to say that your smile is contagious. So
It
keep smiling, man.
is,
That's what she said.
is it?
You know, what was you going to say? He's got nothing to say to that, Darcy. He's got nothing to say. But
So,
for real, and you know, you're gonna be doing so much greatness with this particular album and many more to come. Is there
digital
any
cut.
kind of
I'm sorry, I see Costo Digital Cut. He's one of the producers for
okay,
No More.
okay,
Yeah,
big up,
ask about Costo.
yeah, man.
I said Costo, but is yeah Digital Cut. Big up.
Big up every time. Blessings for coming through as well into the life. Always appreciated. And so, you know, with that being said, I know you got to go for your travels and things like that. What would you like to say to your listeners, your fans? Would you be up for thinking a little something? What are you saying?
Um, right now everybody should have the album. You should already
Okay.
download the album. You should be streaming the album right now as we speak. You know what I mean? Um, let me know your feedback and what you think of every song. You know, the album is well put together with different songs for whatever you feel. In every mood you feel, it has that vibe. If you feel like you want to get up on your feet or rebellious, we have that too. You feel like laid back and you want to just listen to some smooth roots, we have that too. You want to
Mm,
a woman and you don't know how to put it in words, we have that too. You know,
yeah,
yeah,
for real.
that lion is a lion, nothing not change. You see me?
Mm.
When it's all
Definitely.
said and done, Babylon a get beaten and your way to run. Make you know when it's all said and done. Could no say pressure sell out for no weed now rum. Make you know when it's all said and done. Africa say all our children abroad welcome. Jah Rastafari.
Every time. You know what, Pressure? It's been a blessing. And, you know, every time I speak to you, it's always positive energy, positive vibes. Just keep it coming. And I wish you the most best success. And you know what? You've got my support and love every time.
DJKat, much love. You must know.
Every time. When you come to the UK, you know that we need to link up for real, yeah?
What you mean?
Definitely, man.
Yes.
For real. Have a blessed rest of the evening, best rest of the day, and I hope your traveling goes well.
All the best to you. Blessings.
Yeah, man. Big respect. Bless up. Bless. Yes, people, please do go and support Pressure Busspipe. We're going to be playing a tune from Pressure Busspipe, okay? And of course, we're going to big up Shine Eye as well. As you heard, Shine Eye is part of the camp from them as well, okay? This one here is called Follow Your Heart. Take a listen to this one. This one is a vibe. Like he said, if you haven't got this album, go and check it out right now. Heights of Greatness.
I just wanna say, girl, he's the one to blame. I can feel your pain, time and time again. If he don't wanna play me, then come and take my name. Want to follow your heart. Ooh, if I can do all the yes, give me all your trust. I'll make you fall in love.
Those that are asking, this is number 10 on the album. Pure energy, pure vibes. As you know, he likes his love tunes. Yeah, you know what, people, please do go and support this album. Pure energy, pure love every time. And of course, right now we're playing some vibes for the one and only Shine Eye, okay? This particular tune is called Music is Life. Big up everybody who's been coming through. Big up Emmanuel, okay, from I Works, okay? Big up all those who've been sending lots of love, lots of blessings. This one is for you, Shine Eye. Bless up.
Music is life.
Hey, hey, hey.
Anytime I had problems, I would hire music to come and solve them. Music don't care about your complaints. It a lick you tell you not feel no pain. For real, I could tell you a little story about for me young how music it can grow me. Clear my path free from enemy. That road leaders to music is life. You think I lie, take the plateau. Knock it bust out the ghetto. Music is life. Every man would have left up from the play. It a hit like a music is life. Music is life. Music is life. All when you're there and you laugh with music, make you raise up your glass. They would have want to me flop out. Drop off the end, no way you can talk out. They hit up it up from when them hear me on top. And my music has been a request to play back. Just the help you surround them strong. Like come on, say the air have the mystic of flow. Music is humanity link one.
That's right.
Music is life. You think I lie, check the plateau. Knock it bust out the ghetto. Music is life. Every man would have set up on me play. I hit like a Tesla.
Yes, people, big shout out to Fire Camp, okay, Shine Eye, Difference EP is out right now. That particular one is called Music is Life. Big shout out to all those who send in lots of love, lots of blessings. It's always appreciated. And I want to shout out Pressure Busspipe, okay. Please do go and support him. Heights of Greatness. It's definitely got some great tunes. 15 tracks of pure love, pure vibes. And I really appreciate everybody coming through, locking in. This is yours truly.